Okay, so this is the biggest conflict out here between anti-griefers and griefers out here in GTA Online 2026. Feel free to leave your own opinion in the comments. I would appreciate it, and hit that like button. So, look, man, I think that most of these people that are griefing obviously have one objective, right? Grief cargo, business supplies, stuff like that. Anti-griefers want to take out the people that are bothering other players, doing stuff like that, right? But there are a lot of anti-griefers for a fact that they do a lot of things hypocritically that griefers do. They just don't show it on videos. They don't show it on live streams, so on and so on. Do I not have my spin on this? And I think that I think it's funny when people try to fake, like, especially when you catch them lacking. Like, there's been people I've seen in lobbies that stream snipe me, and they'll be pretending like they don't grief. Look at this goofy right here. And I've seen them in lobbies before taking out cargo and shit, taking out business supplies. And I'm like, weren't you just talking shit about how I was doing that the other day? There's even certain content creators that do that shit, right? And the thing is that I think people forget about what they're playing sometimes. That it's literally GTA Online. It's a crime game, sandbox game, whatever you want to call it, man. It's an open world, free mode, chaotic lobby. You don't have to make it chaotic, but it is a chaotic lobby most of the time. Why is this dude? Imagine staying at AFK. Come on, bro. And dudes like that be staying at AFK. Like, he might be the biggest anti-griefer there is, commenting on hella videos and shit. But then he's gonna stand there, and then he's probably gonna get mad about it when somebody takes him out just like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, man. Like, people like anti-griefers love conflicting with griefers, because I feel like most of them just want to be heard in a way. Like, they may not even care. They may actually like griefing themselves, but they just want to be like, just heard, I guess. Like, they don't like what we're doing, but a lot of them will do the same stuff and be like, well, we're just using the same tactics, when they probably enjoy doing the tactics, you know? The conflicts between video posting, right? You know, we could use DOIG and Grand Theft Ghost as an example. They kind of have like a beef going on right now with each other. But Grand Theft Ghost, he I didn't even know about the dude. Wow, imagine getting dropped by a minigun. I didn't even know about the dude till he stream sniped me, right? But all of a sudden, man, like, I'm this huge problem because I'm griefing. He come on my channel. He knows that I'm griefing, but he obviously wants to make the point that, hey, this is free views, you know what I mean? Or not free, but he can pull the views off of it, make some kind of content off of it. And, you know, like DYG, he will openly get on top of a building, hit somebody with a thermal helmet, not give a shit, you know what I mean? Good sniper, regardless. Kendra Williams running off. What a goofy. Come here, man. But yeah, like, if they were to actually go head to head with each other at like airport or something, which I don't think they have. I don't think they have, but I've been seeing different people post. I saw DYG's video shortly, him posting it. I didn't watch Grand Theft Ghost video on that. But if they were to actually do a real fight, you know, what would really happen with that? I think DYG would absolutely smack him, man. But and then there would be some kind of excuse, you know what I mean? Like, well, you were probably lag switching or something. Who knows? You know what I mean? Which DYG, I don't think talks on his videos. I know Grand Theft Ghost talks on his, but Grand Theft Ghost, man, he is a huge anti-griefer, and it's hilarious in him particularly because he's partnered with Snake, which is also an Xbox anti-griefer, huge Xbox anti-griefer, and so I think that's very ironic that he's now partnered with Snake. And you know, I've seen people talk about DYG and Peaceful Lemon and stuff, and Peaceful Lemon, I don't even think really. I mean, he plays airport. That's where I remember seeing him about from TikTok and stuff. But I don't even think he really griefs. You know, DYG doesn't even necessarily grief. I mean, he gets on top of buildings and shit, but he doesn't do what I do, taking out just, you know, straight low levels all the time and shit, and just really not giving a fuck, flying around the oppressor dropping. Because I personally don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched DYG's videos. But using those two guys as examples, because one is not an anti-griefer and one is, you know, DYG is more for like everything, and he doesn't really care necessarily. If he did, he wouldn't be watching my stuff. But GT or Grand Theft Ghost, I feel like he probably doesn't care necessarily either. But like DYG's made the point about, he just wants those views. Yeah, go ahead and eat that. I guess we trading again, Goofy. Which I ain't gonna lie, I've done stuff like that too. You know, we've all done stuff like that. But you know, this is the conflict out here, man. Like, if we were to really go head to head in a real fight, how many of them would actually accept it? Not to mention, I have asked Grand Theft Ghost to do a 1v1 face to face with me, and I even say, hey man, if you run this, we can do airport, you know, whatever else. And he wouldn't do it, man. And I think in one of his videos, he even claimed that he called me out for airport or some shit. And I'm like, bruh, like, stop the cap. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy as fuck. But that's a fine example. I don't think most people, when it comes down to it, I don't think most of them are about it. You know what I mean? Like, dead ass. I don't think most of them are about it. Mad Max up there shooting at my shit. Where the fuck did hold on a second. Where the fuck did that one bitch go, man? And not just him, but like a lot of anti-griefers aren't about that shit. They'll sit there and whine about you all day using an oppressor MK2, but yet they won't fucking actually go against you in anything, man. Face to face, RNG, none of that shit. And I think that shit's absolutely hilarious. And it's hypocritical because some of these people, like I said, they'll go back and start griefing lobbies. You'll catch them doing it, you know? They may not even post anything, but you'll catch them doing it in a lobby sometimes. It's occasionally, like, you'll see different people in lobbies. There's a lot of players in different lobbies and shit. But you'll catch people lacking, and then they'll be like, they'll try to come up with some crazy-ass story as to why that they're doing that. Oh, well, I was just defending myself, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many anti-griefers that run their cargo business and shit like that in free mode lobbies. I feel like a lot of them do it on purpose to get griefers to respond and take their shit out so they can make content. Obviously, that's what their content is about, taking out griefers, people that are messing with low-level players, kind of like what I do, right? But they want to make that point or try to make that point. But yet they would never really fight a griefer, more than likely, in a real death match, a real fight, you know, because most of them probably suck. They can't aim, they can't snipe, they can't, you know, crouch their heads, strafe. None of that shit. When it really comes down to it, think about like how many of them would actually really do it, you know? But if people would just chill out, like, okay, another thing with the conflict, like I tell people who come in my live, like, hey, I don't care if this dude's an anti-griefer necessarily. Like, if he joins my shit and he wants to be chill, even GTG could have done this. He is the one that joined my shit initially, trying to be weird. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got time for that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, people, there have been people that do that and they try to be cool later on, and I'm just like, why didn't you just do that in the beginning? You know? Grand Theft Ghost was, I think he was irritated because I was taking people out with the God mode, you know, or I wasn't even using the D5 car. I was taking people out just with normal God mode, but he had been crying about the God mode D5 car, and what's he do? He goes off and starts using the shit, and I sniped his ass out that shit, you know? I don't think DYG ever used it, or really any. I know a lot of anti-griefers will probably claim that they never used it, but a lot of them probably did use it. You know, there's a lot of them that probably even use God mode once or twice, but they're not going to admit that if it's not on a video or wasn't on a clip. Hey, I never did that, man. That wasn't me, you know. But a lot of these people could probably be more friendly with each other, and they could probably like realize how dumb. And I'm saying the griefers are there to do what griefers do, take out everything, annihilate. But the anti-griefers are there to sit there and whine about it and grab the content. But when it comes down to it, man, none of them will probably really fight or do a real fight with any of us, you know. The griefing aspect of it, like, people can sit here and say, well, that's sad, man, that's sad, and you shouldn't be doing this, man, and there's no reason to take him out. But it's like, dude, this is what is fun to us. Like, so we're all supposed to just sit here and grind in a 13-year-old game like you and pretend to have fun, you know, making this imaginary money and shit? Hell no, man. Like, we're all gonna have to grind in GTA 6. You know, there ain't nobody trying to do that no more. And these anti-griefers, they really get pissed, I think, when they see that, you know, griefers aren't grinding, right? I'm dead. They see that griefers aren't grinding. Damn, we traded? Aren't grinding and shit. They're taking out low levels because they want the low levels to be able to do what they do. But it's like, man, if Rockstar didn't want us to do it, they would have never given us any weapons, you know? And you might say, well, ATA, if they told you to do this, would you do this? And it's like, everybody has the choice to do whatever they want to do. If they want to be a griefer and only do particular things with griefing, then that's up to them. The way I do it, man, is just take out anything and everything, you know? But most of them can't. They're not agreeing to disagree. They're just like, hey, man, you got to be like this. That's it. And a lot of these people that post content and shit, most of them probably don't care either. They're just caring about what their people think. You know, it's like if your people really fuck with you, regardless, man, don't sit here and be fake, because at some point they'll probably end up finding that shit out. You know what I mean? And then it just ain't gonna look good on you. You know, and I don't. Some people love being like that too for whatever reason. I'm dead. The fuck's this goofy? Is he on top of this motherfucker? The fuck's this clown at, man? Come here, man. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Let me know what you guys think for real. What you guys think is the biggest conflict? I mean, is it really the aspect of griefers, griefing noobs? Is it really the aspect of, you know, anti-griefers? Like, what's the main conflict? Is that the main reason, or is it really that they just won't agree to something in particular? I mean, obviously everybody's gonna keep doing what they do. There's a lot of people that never even touch free mode. A lot of people that never touch free mode, never touch any of that shit. There's a lot of you know, people that never, I don't know, I can't imagine never going into free mode, but people are going to keep doing what they do. In GTA 6, it'll probably be even worse. So we'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think, and you guys have a good one. Peace.